What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Myles with Holiday World out of Dallas, Texas. And today we're taking a look at this 2022 Keystone Alpine 3220 RL, which I really believe with the price point that it's at, being under $90,000 and all the features that it comes with, it really is in a league of its own compared to a lot of other stuff out there that's either in a similar price range or higher price range. And we're gonna take a look at all these different features that come on this model here, as well as everything on it inside and out. Let's go. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm super excited that you're here. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy. And if you do get something out of this video, consider hitting the like button down below and definitely hit that subscribe button as I upload new videos almost every single day of the week throughout the entire year and show a lot of never before seen RVs. So hit that subscribe button. And then if you didn't know, I am in a sales position, so I do not get paid by my company or by any manufacturers to make these videos. I do these on my own time in hopes of finding somebody like you that might be interested in purchasing this RV, and I would love to be a part of making that experience a memorable one for you. So you can go down to the first link down below in the description if you are interested in purchasing this RV, and you can leave me your contact information through that link there so that I can get in touch with you and helping you purchase this RV. That's all I got for y'all. Let's get into the video. I'm really excited to announce that we now have 100% Spanish-speaking RV tours online. Thanks to my father-in-law who now works with me, we've been making videos that are 100% in Spanish on his YouTube page. There's links down below in the description of this video to find those, or you can just search RVs con Luis and you will be able to find those pages there. He is also in a sales position, so if you or a family member speaks Spanish and would rather work with him, he is also here to help as well in regards to purchasing your RV. And if you or a family member would like to see tours of these RVs in Spanish, you now have access to those. So search RVs con Luis, go watch his videos there and subscribe to his channel. All right, y'all, so this is the 2022 Keystone Alpine 3220 RL. This is one of the remaining 2022 models that we currently have available that is significantly discounted as these 2023 models start to roll in. And there's just so much to talk about on an Alpine. Now, as we go around this Alpine, keep in mind I am in a sales position, so I would love to personally help you out in assisting you in purchasing your next RV, whether it be this one or another one that you've seen that you like. I am located in Dallas, Texas, and there is a link down below in the description. It's the very first link you'll see in the description that you can send me your contact information at so I can get in touch with you as soon as I'm available to help you purchase your RV if you are ready to purchase something. So, would love to help out with that. I also mentioned that because, as you can see here, Alpine is not the only brand that we carry, and obviously Alpine is not the only fifth wheel out there. And being in a sales position, I do like to help people make purchasing decisions and answer questions that I frequently get asked by customers. So a lot of that, you'll see some comparisons that we're gonna talk through in this video with different models, different stuff at a similar price range or even a higher price range. So you'll get some of that in here as well. Now, some things real quick about Alpine before we go inside. If you don't know, if you're really fresh to RVs, first of all, Alpine is a full profile fifth wheel. So what that means is, unfortunately, I don't have our Cougar fifth wheels here in front of me that are in mid profile. They're around the corner over there. But Alpine is gonna have a flat roof all the way to the front. So it's flat all the way up here. A mid-profile fifth wheel most often are gonna like swoop down up in the front here so you don't have as much head space in the bedroom. And then you have a dropped frame construction underneath here. So you can see there how the frame drops down. That is going to give you a significantly larger storage compartment right here. Whereas a mid-profile fifth wheel that doesn't have the dropped frame, the storage compartment in here is literally about half the size because it doesn't have that drop down to open up that space there. So that being said, this is in your biggest class of fifth wheels. It is also a 100-inch wide fifth wheel as well. So it has wide body construction. Even something like Montana, that's been the #1 selling luxury fifth wheel in America for over 20 years in a row, is only 96 inches wide. There's a lot of reasons why they do that, but Montana and a lot of other brands out there that are similar to Alpine or in a comparable price range to Alpine may not have the 100-inch wide body construction. And then as we go inside, we're gonna point out some of these other features here, but I really wanna know your comments as we go through this. If you feel like, you know, the way I do, that Alpine just has more value than a lot of other fifth wheels out there in the market, or if you've seen something maybe that's close that I'm just not thinking about, or maybe something that has more features at the same price range that I might not have seen or thought about. So let me know your thoughts down below. Let's turn on this light here. Okay. So as you look around, really big space in here. Nice, really large space. This is gonna be kind of like your traditional style fifth wheel. It is about 37 feet, 10 inches long. So it takes this island kitchen setup that you get in a traditional 34, 35 foot fifth wheel and stretches it out a couple more feet to add in a lot more storage here. You also get a centered and symmetrical oven. It is the Insignia 4-burner stove and your tallest oven that you can get in an RV now. And then you have the nice range hood looking thing above it here. I guess not really a range hood. I don't know exactly what you would call this here. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but it does flip open and you do have storage up underneath here. I can't even tell you how many times I've brought people in this model and they would have absolutely no idea that there's storage behind there if they were not shown. So you have the nice big Insignia oven. If you haven't seen this before, again, the tallest oven that you can get in a RV. So that's really nice there. Solid surface countertops. And then another thing that's interesting and unique about the Alpine is the height of the slide out boxes. So your slide out boxes here are nearly 7 feet tall. Again, this is going to be something that's not standard in all fifth wheels. There's a lot of fifth wheels out there that are going to have shorter slide out boxes that may be like 6'4", 6'6", something like that. This is nearly a 7 foot tall slide out box, so very easy to walk into and plenty of headroom there. And as we go around this floor plan, you have your dinette table here, all your big campside windows. Another big thing on the windows, you have day and night shades. A lot of stuff in this price range, again, not gonna come with a day shade on it. And then you have the night shade in addition to that. Then you have the valances that go down the windows. So this is going to prevent light from leaking in through the side of this shade here. When you have this down, if you don't have valances here, light is gonna pour through the sides of the shade there. All of your windows are covered with those valances that go down the side of the window as well. Again, something that a lot of brands out there in this price range may not have. You have your dinette table here, like I said, and then you do have storage underneath the seat for your dinette tables. And then something we always like to do here, if you haven't seen, we get down underneath here. First of all, you have the same flooring material here in your slide out as you do on your regular portion of the fifth wheel. And this gives it a real flush look there. Not gonna stub your toe on anything going in and out of there. And then when we lift this up, you can see it is a wrapped floor underneath here. So your flooring is all wrapped underneath there. Keeps that flooring, or gives that flooring an extra layer of protection down underneath there as well. So your subflooring is wrapped in your slide out box. That's something that not all brands in this price range do as well. Sometimes it's just bare exposed wood underneath there. You have your recliner seats directly across from your TV. That's a 50-inch screen TV that you have. And then you have your fireplace down below it. That is an electric fireplace that will be an electric heat source for you. And in addition to the electric heat source, you do also have a heat pump in the AC. So this AC here, the easiest way to just tell if something has a heat pump in it is coming to this touchscreen control panel, because now I'm just like, let me just double check. This is your touchscreen control panel, the in-command system. Everything that this touchscreen panel does here, your phone can do as well. So that's something that we really love about this. My family has this in our fifth wheel. And you can see here, if you go to this, you have your heat, and then you can change it to electric heat. And so that is gonna be for your heat pump there. So again, on this panel, everything that you see here, your phone can do. Things like controlling your ACs, turning them on and off. You can put your ACs on a schedule, see the temperature of your RV. All that stuff can be done from your phone on this fifth wheel. So you have that flexibility. Plus you can go outside, move your slide outs in and out from outside, your awnings, things like that. You also have a residential air filter in your AC as well. So you can see there is a MERV 9 grade residential air filter in that AC. That is going to keep not only your air in the fifth wheel cleaner, but also your ducting cleaner as well. So that is something that I haven't seen any other model out there other than Keystone RVs using a residential MERV 9 grade air filter in their AC system. Usually it's just typically a little thin black foam pad that doesn't really filter out anything more than pet hair at best. You also have the blade AC vents, so these push air out in a 360-degree motion, so you get better air coverage, and then you can see it's ducted down both sides of the fifth wheel here. So that's gonna give you great airflow. You have the ceiling fan here that's gonna help move some air around for you as well. And then as we're just looking up here, you can see you have a nice light fixture over your island as well. So with the electric heat sources, both your AC and your fireplace are going to be running off the 110 connection, so you would need to be plugged in to a power source on the outside, your 50 amp plug, to get those working and operating for an electric heat source, or have something like a generator. You're going to have your 50-inch screen TV, like we said, your storage up above here. Nice, really deep storage space there. And then these are soft close, first of all. Oh, you got to open them far enough. And then they are a soft close cabinet door. Glass door there as well. And then this is a, it's so hard to tell. It really looks real. I think this is a faux tile, but it really looks and feels like tile and grout. So it's, but I'm pretty sure it's actually just a faux one that looks really, really nice there. It looks almost 100% like it is just real tile and grout. Now as you come up here, storage back behind here as well, up above your microwave. You do have a convection oven microwave combo, and it is a residential size. Pretty unique thing they do here. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. This is like a little coffee bar area here that opens up. So you have that open, and then there should be, yeah, there's a light down underneath here. And then you have your outlet back behind here. This is an inverted outlet. So again, this is something else where this Alpine comes standard with solar. You're not even gonna find a 2022 Alpine without solar on it. That is something where, again, a lot of brands out there in this price range do not come standard with solar. So something that you get on here, and I believe this one has a 400 watt solar package on it, but we'll check that when we go outside. This is a nice coffee bar area, same solid surface countertop material in here. And then you have more shelving down underneath here. This is something pretty unique that Alpine does in this model, giving you that little coffee bar area. And then going into your kitchen space, we looked at a lot of this stuff already, but you do have storage next to the oven. 4 drawers here next to your oven on this side. Outlets on both sides of the oven. So lots of outlet space. Light switch here for your lights up above. And then storage to the left and right. What I really like about this is everything is symmetrical, so it just looks nice and clean there, and you don't have, you know, grease splashing up onto the sidewall, onto your fridge side or the other side as well. Now what's not symmetrical, and that I like it's not symmetrical, is your island kitchen. So your island kitchen, they push the sink off to the side, which gives you all this countertop space here. Ton of countertop space that you get when they push this off to the side. So I really appreciate that. That also gives you bigger pull-out drawers here. These are absolutely huge. So because they offset that, you're able to get that big prep space and the bigger pull-out drawers. Nice big sink here. And then you have your smaller sink next to it here. If you've never came and looked at these in person, these are very heavy because they are that same solid surface material as the countertop. So they're a bit heavy, but are really solid. And you have storage down underneath here, spot where your 2 trash cans will pull out. And then you have, again, your drawers. Now, something I want to point out here that's like, you see a little difference. With the Alpine, they just pack it full of features, but you do get some differences as far as like maybe finishes go in some regards. Like one thing I noticed down here is this is like, this looks like maybe a 5/8 inch thick kind of pressed wood here. And it's not the same kind of finished out like solid hardwood finish that you see in maybe like a Montana that's in a close price range. Although Montana just doesn't have as many standard features as an Alpine does. So that's one difference that you see there, where you might get a higher level of finish on some of the parts, but you don't get as many features sometimes because it's always a, you know, there's a give and a take with everything. So there's a lot of things that Alpine does where they give you more features than anything else, and sometimes there's little parts like that where you're just, there's a little bit of a finish difference than maybe something that's at the same price point or a little bit higher price point. So come to this area here, really, really big countertop. So this extends pretty far back there, gives you a lot of countertop space there. That's also gonna give you, again, really big pull-out drawers here. Open this up, you have 2 shelves down here, a shelf down here, and then your breaker and fuse box down there, or panel. Symmetrical storage up here, so same storage here as there. And then open this up, and you can see all your storage in there. And I think this is the same, yeah, okay, cool, that's the same. In here, this is a faux tile backsplash, so it's not actual tile. It is like framed in along the sides, but that's something where if you go to like maybe a Solitude, that'll be a bit more expensive than the Alpine, although the Solitude isn't gonna have as many features sometimes as an Alpine does all the way around. Solitude does have an actual tile backsplash, so if that's important to you, that is something where you go up a bit in price range to get something of that nature. But I've never had a problem like this, or with something like this. My family, we have a backsplash like this in our fifth wheel right now, and it doesn't give us any issues or anything like that. So that's just a personal preference thing. But that's this whole area here. Again, really big countertop space, and then you have your Samsung refrigerator. So open this up, nice big residential 18 cubic foot refrigerator. You have a wine rack up above it, place where you can put some wine, and then open this up and you have your 2 drawers for your freezer. And that is pretty much everything in the living space here. This does also have 3 ACs on it. So this is something where there are a lot of times where this third AC that is an optional AC may not be on this specific unit that you're looking at the location you're looking at it at. And there's a lot of other stuff out there that may only come with 2 ACs in this size range, being 37 feet, 10 inches. So 3 ACs in here, definitely gonna stay cool in a place like Texas where I'm located at in the summer. And then the price on this, the MSRP on this model here, it is, where's it at on here? The MSRP is $130,926, and we currently have this listed at $88,997. So if you are interested in this fifth wheel, I would love to personally help you out in assisting you in making this RV yours. Again, it is listed at $88,997, and we are making deals every day right now on these 2022 models, trying to help people out and get people in these remaining 2022 models that we have. So if you are interested in that, there's a link down below in the description of this video. So if you open the description of this video, there will be a link there that you can send me your contact information, and I can get in touch with you as soon as I'm available. Or you can text me at the number on the screen. Just keep in mind, if you text me at the number on the screen there, I am and a lot of times out here making videos, or currently with a customer that is here at the store looking at units in person. And so if you text me, it may take me a second to get back to you, or you can just send me your contact information and I can get in touch with you as soon as I'm available. Okay, as we go up the steps here, you do have a nice handrail to go up the steps. We already talked about the touchscreen control panel, and you have a tankless on-demand water heater. So you're gonna have that tankless on-demand water heater, can take a really long shower with that, not gonna have to worry so much about running out of hot water. And then you can take, hot showers back to back, things like that. Nice big window in the hallway. And then when we open up this bathroom, you have a porcelain toilet here. Step through here, it does go into the bedroom. You're gonna have a fiberglass one-piece shower. Is a molded fiberglass shower with the seat molded in there. And then you have your sink here, your medicine cabinet, and some storage. So open this up, and you can see really deep shelving there. It goes all the way back underneath the sink. Got 2 shelves down underneath here. And then this is I always forget the name of this material here. Someone reminds me, it's not plastic, it's a different material, but it's a really deep sink. This goes down more than the length of my hand, and I have pretty large size hands, so that definitely is a really deep sink compared to a lot of other sinks out there in fifth wheels. Medicine cabinet there, you have your storage behind it, and then a nice light bar. Kind of gives you like a hotel vibe with the light bar that you see right there. Stepping into the shower, I'm about 6'2" with my shoes on, and I would say it's about 6'2" to this point right here. So it's not the tallest shower ever, but it doesn't feel crammed. So you're about 6'2" to here, plus you have the skylight in here, so this will give you height to be about 6'4", 6'5", and fit in here still, and not have too many problems. And then this here, when this is sitting in the upmost position, this sits at about the middle of my nose when I'm standing up straight, so I would have to probably hold it over my head or duck down a little bit just to rinse my head off in this shower. So that's your bathroom area here. Again, something like a tankless water heater. A lot of stuff in this price range, or sometimes even at a higher price range, will not have a tankless water heater. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Going to the bedroom, again, you have access from the bathroom to the bedroom. The reason they do this is so that when you're going to the bathroom, you don't have to walk out into the hallway and then open another door to go into the bathroom. And you don't have to, maybe get out of the shower and walk around through the hallway into the bedroom to change. You can just go directly into your bedroom. King size bed. You have reading lights over each individual here in the bed as well. So these can be positioned however you best see fit. And this is something, again, a lot of brands just have a regular kind of puck light like this right here in the bed slide out. So this gives you a more directional reading light for each individual. Directly across from the bed, you have your TV, and that is not a framed in TV, so it's just sitting on the wall there, something like a Montana that has a little bit, again, of a higher level of finish out to it. It's gonna have a framed in TV. So that's a little difference that you see there as well. Then you pull out this drawer, and you have, how many, 5 of these drawers? Yeah, you have 5 drawers here for a bunch of storage. You do get a bench in here as well, and this does flip up and give you storage underneath here. And this is one of the only areas, for whatever reason, we see carpet inside this fifth wheel. Open this up, let in some more natural light in here. Again, you're going to have the balances that come all the way down the window there. You can see, I mean, waking up in the morning, you're gonna have a great view out this window into your campsite or wherever you may be at. So, really nice large window there. Going into your closet, so you have a shelf all the way across, all the way through. And then you have your clothing rod here, goes all the way through, outlets on both sides, and then you do have a spot for washer and dryer hookups. So you can do a washer and dryer unit in this fifth wheel. All of your finishes on the wood here, like things like your slide out boxes, your cabinet doors, things like that, are all solid hardwood finishes. So they're stained hardwood. So nice high quality finish. You have a speaker in the ceiling here, and looks like that's the single speaker here in the bedroom. AC unit in the bedroom, so this is your third AC with the residential air filter again that you see there. And you do have a dimmer switch for your light switches here, so you can dim those down. Sliding pocket door going to the bed or to the bathroom, and then for your outlets in the bedroom, you have outlet down underneath here with your little nightstand area there, and then you'll have the same thing over here. I believe maybe it's a little different. I forgot. Sometimes it's a little different on the Alpine where you have it down underneath here for your outlet, and then you have some storage space there. Storage under the bed is all framed out here as well, and it's strut assisted, so that comes up on its own. And then that's pretty much everything here in the bedroom area. Ooh, another outlet here as well. So lots of outlets in the bedroom. Open this door, close this door to the bathroom, and then this comes back out into your living area. So that's everything on the inside. There's more features to talk about on the outside, like for instance, this here, this is in place because when you go outside, you have a strut assisted entry step. So these steps here, if you've never seen these solid steps before, these flip up into the door. So when you flip this up like so, it goes up into the door like that. Now, this here is strut assisted. So these steps are not super light. They definitely weigh about 40, 50 pounds at least, and they might be a little bit more. Actually, they're probably more than that. They might be closer to 60. And these here, if you don't have that strut assist on them, you have to support all that weight yourself manually. It could potentially, if you're just not careful, slip out of your hand, hit your head, something like that. Obviously something we don't want to happen. So you have the strut assist on here that is going to assist these going up and down, so you don't have to really catch any of that weight there. And that is something that is just a big safety feature to keep you more safe. You also have a very wide step as well. So you can see with my foot on here, just how wide this step is. Definitely the widest entry step you're gonna get as well, and there are some brands out there that do a much more narrow entry step for whatever reason. And you do have the screen assist here, so you can just pull on this bar at any point to disconnect your screen door. That comes off the main door here. And then you have the nice big grab handle on here, so you can reach this from standing on the ground. You don't have to take 1 or 2 steps up to reach your grab handle. 200-watt solar system on here, so we'll take a look at that when we get up onto the roof. And then this is rated from, I believe, -14 to 110 degrees. So this Alpine here definitely rated to live in full time. They do have a full-time backed warranty on Alpine as well. And this is something where it has pretty much every climate package you could possibly want, with the 3 ACs to stay cool in any climate. And then you have things like your 12-volt heat pads, your heat pump in the AC. So 12-volt heat pads, sorry, before I skip over that. Those are on your water tanks. Those are gonna help keep your water tanks warm, in addition to the furnace also helping to keep your water tanks warm. But that's a 12-volt electric heat source to keep your water tanks warm, something not all fifth wheels have. And then you have the heat pump in the AC, again, another electric heat source, the fireplace, and then you have your furnace as well. So lots of stuff in place to keep you warm, plus it has great insulation all throughout this entire fifth wheel as well. Spot for 2 batteries out here, so those are where your batteries will hook up when you purchase your RV. We don't charge you to put a battery in there, so we do stock it with 1 battery on your date of pickup for you. Again, your storage space down through here. Get a little bit more in depth here. If you did want to put a TV here, you could mount one to this wall that would come out and slide out or something like that. And you have your hookups here for the TV. This is all your wiring panels for the touchscreen control panel inside. So all of your wiring components for that, any troubleshooting for any electrical issues is done behind that panel there, and everything is color coordinated and labeled. You do have these tie down rings in your storage compartment, so you can tie things down to that space right there if you want to. And then you have nice space all throughout here. One last thing to look at too, your flooring down underneath here is wrapped so you don't see any exposed wood underneath there, and then all of your frame pieces are welded on both sides of the frame throughout this fifth wheel. And this is climate controlled as well, so you do have heat and AC coming into this cavity. You have a nice latch here that catches the door, and then you just pull that back. It's gonna allow that to drop. It's slam latch door, it'll slam close for you, no problem. You can plug in additional solar here if you wanted to just plug in solar on the side of the RV. Down underneath here, you have all of your hydraulic fluid connection lines here, and then back behind there you have your battery disconnect switches, your solar charge controller, and your inverter back behind there. This is the only space where it's like, it looks a little disorganized. It's just because there's so many lines coming back here, and these lines are really thick, so it's hard to just get them out of the way. But everything that you need that you don't typically access that often anyways is in this compartment here. And you do have your power for your inverter to turn your inverter on and off in here as well. Then down in here, oh, of course this door is locked. This is just a big open storage compartment down in here. Now you can get a generator in this spot. If you wanted to get an onboard 5,500 watt Onan generator, it has to be ordered that way. So we do not order any of the Alpines with the prep for a generator. You would have to order it and place a new order on a new one being built to get the generator added into that space there. But you can always plug in a generator to the 50 amp plug in the back. Now another thing Alpine does, they do both their 30-pound propane bottles side by side with one another, a little unique. And then one of my favorite things about Alpine models, this slide out box here is super tall. So sitting where it's at right now, it's probably about 6'4". So I can easily stand underneath this. I can't tell you how many times I've been out on this lot and hit my head on one of these slide out boxes coming in and out of a trailer. This one here, it's so high, I don't have to worry about that. And then you also have a really solid subflooring area underneath there. It's all like framed out here along the sides. Schwintek slide mechanism on your smaller slide out box. And then you have a hydraulic rack and pinion style slide out mechanism on your bigger slide out box there. So that'll be a hydraulic slide out mechanism there. Pass-through storage going to the other side. And then another thing I really like about this, nothing from where your water connections are at where you have to duck underneath anything. The way that the door opens out to the side and the fact that you're not under a slide out box, you don't have to break your back to get down into here and work on getting your water connections set up in here and whatnot as well. So all your water connections are in there. You can see you just feed your hose up through that hole in the bottom there so you can keep this door closed. Tankless water heater here, prep for side cameras here if you wanted to add side cameras. And then you do have your black and gray tank dump valve here for your bathroom space. And I believe this also comes from the kitchen sink. So everything should come to this one spot here. We'll check and confirm that on the back. But all of your black and gray tanks should all dump out of this one space here. Getting down underneath here, you have a fully enclosed and wrapped underbelly, so all your water tanks and water lines sit above the insulation. You can see they also use that expandable foam to fill in any holes, so no critters get down underneath here. And then that is going to help keep your water tanks and water lines warm. If you have your furnace running, there is going to be heat that will be transferred into that cavity down underneath there to keep your water tanks and water lines from freezing. Down underneath here, you have the Road Armor suspension system. So this is a suspension system that gives you 6 inches of travel, 3 inches up and 3 inches down. And you can see from the graphic on the screen, it far outperforms pretty much all the competition out there for like a standard suspension system that you can get on a fifth wheel. So really nice suspension system that is going to help mitigate your rattling and shaking of things inside the fifth wheel while you're towing it down the road. Another incredible standard feature on the Alpine that you rarely see is this electric power cord reel. So if you have never held one of these 50 amp power cords here. They're very thick and very heavy, and they are annoying. They get dirty, things like that, and they're not fun to lug around. So this gives you a powered reel here to keep your power cords stored on. That is something, again, pretty much nothing else in this price range has on it, or at least standard. Sometimes it's an option, but definitely not standard. Then coming down underneath here, you can see you have your spare tire under there, and there is no other dump valve area. So all your black and gray tank dump valves come to one singular spot up in front of the axles. And then you have a 6-point hydraulic auto leveling system on this fifth wheel. Coming to the back wall, LED brake lights. It is prepped for a backup camera, so you can add a backup camera on there as well. You have your receiver hitch here for towing or an accessory rack. So you do have 3,000 pounds of towing capacity on this hitch right here. So you can tow off of it, or you can just put an accessory rack back here. Coming back to this side, you do have two awnings. So you have an awning on the slide out box with the LED light strip underneath the awning. So whether your awning is in or out, you do get used to those LED lights. And then we'll go up onto the roof real quick and then wrap this video up. All right, so up here on the roof, you have 3 of the Coleman Mach Q Series ACs. They're gonna be a really quiet AC system. And then you do have a 200-watt solar panel on here, fully walkable slide out boxes, fully walkable roof, and then your Winegard digital omnidirectional antenna, whether it's connecting a Wi-Fi router or getting your over-the-air TV channels, that is going to be your 360-degree antenna that will be doing that work there for you. And that is just about everything, y'all. So let me know what your thoughts are about this Alpine. Let me know if you agree with me that this has the most features for a fifth wheel under $90,000, or if you've seen something else out there that you think really competes heavily with this Alpine at this price point. That's all I got for y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we have a ton of 2023 models coming out. So I will be making videos of those as well as soon as those arrive. If you're interested in purchasing this RV, don't forget, you can text me at the number on the screen there, or there's a link down below in the description that you can send me your contact information. And that's it. Until next time, I'll see you out camping.